To get full of war,
you need to step down. Germany, we are step down.
Liberian people suffering.
You need to step down. Confront step down.
Everything la propos.
You need to step down. Hey, oh my goodness, step down.
We not get hospital.
You need to step down. Germany, we are step down.
We not get good school.
You need to step down. Confront step down.
No element for children.
You need to step down. Hey, oh my goodness, step down.
No good company.
You need to step down. Germany, we are step down.
You working, you get a pay.
You need to step down. Confront step down.
Every day you take a
You
pay.
need to step down. Hey, oh my goodness, step down.
No justice for the
You
poor.
need to step down. Germany, we are step down.
Every day women
You
raping.
need to step down. Confront step down.
Because they get power.
You need to step down. Hey, oh my goodness, step down.
You're suffering poor people.
You need to step down. Germany, we are step down.
We tire of the
You
poverty.
need to step down. Confront step down.
You say you form a player.
You need to step down. Hey, oh my goodness, step down.
No football
You
economy.
need to step down. Germany, we are step down.
People dying every
You
day.
need to step down. Confront step down.
JFK, Tupac,
You need to step down. Hey, oh my goodness, step down.
education very
You
poor.
need to step down. Germany, we are step down.
We don't have a
You
feeling.
need to step down. Confront step down.
No good health
You
care.
need to step down. Hey, oh my goodness, step down.
You know I say the truth.
You need to step down. Hey, oh my goodness, step down.
Everybody go eat crazy. We tire of joy, we tire of fucking crown. Make me suffering, Tempen rider suffering, Keke rider suffering, Yana boss suffering. Want to get here every day. No more back, no more fucking crown.
You need to step down. Germany, we are step down.
Joe, we are suffering, oh,
You need to step down. Confront step down.
we suffering too much.
You need to step down. Hey, oh my goodness, step down.
We want to get
You
here.
need to step down. Germany, we are step down. Germany, we are step down.
No money in the
You
bank.
need to step down. Confront step down.
But for taking people
You need to step down. Hey, oh my goodness, step down.
to get full of war.
You need to step down. Germany, we are step down.
Liberian people
You
suffering.
need to step down. Confront step down.
Everything la
You
propos.
need to step down. Hey, oh my goodness, step down.
We not get hospital.
You need to step down. Germany, we are step down.
We not get good
You
school.
need to step down. Confront step down.
No element for children.
You need to step down. Hey, oh my goodness, step down.
No good company.
You need to step down. Germany, we are step down.
You working, you get a pay.
You need to step down. Confront step down.
Every day you take a
You
pay.
need to step down. Hey, oh my goodness, step down.
No justice for the
You
poor.
need to step down. Germany, we are step down.
Every day women
You
raping.
need to step down. Confront step down.
Because they get power.
You need to step down. Hey, oh my goodness, step down.
You're suffering poor people.
You need to step down. Germany, we are step down.
We tire of the
You
poverty.
need to step down. Confront step down.
You say you form a player.
You need to step down. Hey, oh my goodness, step down.
No football
You
economy.
need to step down. Germany, we are step down.
People dying every
You
day.
need to step down.
frustrated my life. Just thought there's nothing else I gotta do. Yeah.
So if you were to see George, what would you tell him?
I would tell him saying doing nothing for me. Apart from me, but nothing doing for we the Corona men and I promise all. And then when I voted for me, the other Sabu Union.
What was the promise?
He told we the Sabu Union say you're poor, into somewhere you on a job, we will be clean down on the street.
During the capital job, we have made plenty promises.
Question on gay rights. And I've answered this question, and perhaps not too elegantly. And I've used the words that I'm conflicted by this issue, but let me explain why. Let me explain what I mean by that. It's a lifestyle that I struggle with. As important, though, I believe, Liberians are also focused on health, education, jobs, and I also want us to focus the conversation on those issues.
You think the answer to that question the right way?
I don't know if that's
a very sensitive.
It's a very sensitive issue, and I don't know if that's a right.
There was a strip with youth support is something that you would,
Mamadi, I think I've answered the question the way I'm comfortable answering.
Utter dishonesty to blame people who he encouraged to support CDC. And come and say, you are supporting CDC. Yeah. So Mr. Belete is a dishonest man. This man is genetically incapable of talking true. He lied about everything brazenly. He lied brazenly about everything. So that's the first thing you got to look at that thing. Mr. Belete, it was not the people alone that supported Joe Weah. You campaign, you endorsed Mr. Joe Weah for the second round against Councillor Blonsky Eba. So why are you blaming our people for supporting Joe Weah? That's wrong. So that first dishonesty there, we got to pick that dishonesty apart. The second thing is, Mr. Belete, try to be dishonest even with the truth. To say that, Mr. Joe Weah, was supporting the Lone Star and you're endorsing. The facts are similar. The analogy cannot be the same. All right? Mr. Belete is being accused of supporting a quote-unquote he being criticized in the public, for quote-unquote buying car for Liberty Party because he is suffering under the weight of a huge corruption allegation. Unlike Mr. George Weah, everybody knows that Mr. George Weah support to the Lone Star, or everybody knew Mr. George Weah's support to the Lone Star came from his earnest labor on the pitches of PSD. While he was playing in Europe, his passion for soccer, he made his earnest living from soccer, from the soccer pitch, and said, from my earnest living, I will support.
Quick to apologize. And I'm not going to shy away from it. Genesis chapter 1, God created heaven and earth, and he looked down upon his creation, and he said it was good. It pleased God. He looked at his creation, he said it was good. Genesis chapter 6, 5 chapters in between, God looked down on the earth and saw the wickedness of man. Genesis chapter 6, verse 6, it says God could regret it. Why he made man? God.
Genesis chapter 6, verse 6.
Genesis chapter 6.
I'll go there.
Verse 6. Please go there.
Let's go. Be talking.
God Almighty, who knows everything in the future, created the heaven and earth and all that is in it. And he looked on his creation. He said it was good. 5 chapters after Genesis chapter 1. Genesis chapter 6, verse 6. God looked down upon the earth.
Genesis chapter 6, verse 6.
Yeah.
And it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart.
You see, God who is God, know everything, the future, everything, got control of everything, can regret why he made man.
You say that to me, what?
Today, I directly don't regret why I did not make any move to prevent Musa Belete from leading Liberty Party. I thought it was unfair to Musa and anybody in Musa's situation to deprive him the right to grow in a party. But he has justified everything the public said about him.
I won't go too personal here. I just don't want to go. I don't want to seem insensitive. But the reality here is this girl is a blackmailer. She's trying to stop money from Mo Ali. You grown-ass woman, you're 20 years old, you've been eating something ever since. I'm pretty sure Mo Ali is not the one that showed you life, as you can say. Then I hear the one pop your cherry. My people, how many of you believe Mo Ali pop they get cherry? I'm sure as hell Mo Ali did not pop a cherry. You finish eating something now, then you put a man on tape, you ask him for $5,000. This is Okojo behavior. Absolute Okojo behavior. That's blackmail. Is it getting acting like Okojo? You working for $5,000 US? It's wrong. Somebody telling me to stop saying that, but I will not stop saying that. This is just wrong. So this is wrong. This girl needs to be shamed. $5,000. You know, I don't want to go too personal here. You know, I just don't want to go. I don't want to seem insensitive, but the reality here is this girl is a blackmailer. She's trying to stop money from Mo Ali. You grown-ass woman, you're 20 years old, you've been eating something ever since. I'm pretty sure Mo Ali is not the one that showed you life, as you can say. Then I hear the one pop your cherry. My people, how many of you believe Mo Ali pop they get cherry? I'm sure as hell Mo Ali did not pop a cherry. You finish eating something now, then you put a man on tape, you ask him for $5,000. This is Okojo behavior. Absolute Okojo behavior. That's blackmail. Is it getting acting like Okojo? You working for $5,000 US? It's wrong. Somebody telling me to stop saying that, but I will not stop saying that. This is just wrong. So this is wrong. This girl needs to be shamed. $5,000. You know, I don't want to go too personal here. You know, I just don't want to go. I don't want to seem insensitive, but the reality here is this girl is a blackmailer. She's trying to stop money from Mo Ali. You grown-ass woman, you're 20 years old, you've been eating something ever since. I'm pretty sure Mo Ali is not the one that showed you life, as you can say. Then I hear the one pop your cherry. My people, how many of you believe Mo Ali pop they get cherry? I'm sure as hell Mo Ali did not pop a cherry. You finish eating something now, then you put a man on tape, you ask him for $5,000. This is Okojo behavior. Absolute Okojo behavior. That's blackmail. Is it getting acting like Okojo? You working for $5,000 US?
Let's go. Come, don't be ashamed. Come. Yes, come. Okay, your name?
My name is Anita.
Anita. Okay, no problem.
Little Piso.
Okay, little piece.
Yeah,
Okay, are you ready for us?
I should be.
Okay, I should play the beat.
Right now. Come on. We chilling all day. Hey. This thing, I say, you leave me here. You leave me here. Baba Bele Pico, I say, you leave me here. You leave me here. All them more church, all them, I say, you leave me here. You leave me here. The Baba Bele in the space of the Yoli, I say, I'm only a troll in the hills on the such a granny. Baba Bele Pico, you're not ever made a common piece. I only you supposed to feed me. For SL, Ella, I made a halawo. Listen to my testimony, people of God. Make I tell you, let Papa gonna do it. He make my enemy all of the feeling for it. When I ask lady, piece of how you made it. I've come to tell and say Jehovah God has done it. It's in my ashes in the piece, come and see it. It's the reason I am living today. There is nothing a greater than pain. Everybody show me, let's praise it. Papa, I follow me, now we get it. Patience of the she was worthy of my praise. Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Nissi, you the reason God I am breathing. Without your grace, my love is incomplete.
My friend and brother, how you doing?
I'm doing fabulous. I'm grateful. My health is strong, and I'm overexcited. And I'm very positive we're going to have another authentic, fabulous, and fascinating conversation tonight. But I'm very positive too, though, that the topic under discussion tonight, some people in the name of so-called feminism might really bring down upon our heads RPG. But guess what? We are fully ready with our mortar, okay? And AK-47. We're going to fire back intellectually. We are all set. Let's get it going.
All right. You know, for me, I have been trying to understand who all these issues that are going around today in Liberia. For me, I feel for the first lady of our country. And let me use this medium for me to be able to say, Mama, we are sorry. That's all I have to say. Let's get the ball rolling.
Anyway, thank you, Mr. Camara. And just for the record, you know, I'm your co-host, but one thing that you do, and I think you master a lot that I really enjoy, is those tips that you play every time before we get ready for our show, before our intro. I mean, I really enjoy them. I don't know how you download them, how you keep them, and you just use them to match the conversation of the night. Man, you're doing a fabulous job, man. Thank you for that. But let me say something. I do not owe any apology to anybody. I do not.
Really?
I owe no apology to the government of Liberia, to the president of the Republic of Liberia, to the first lady, and any woman. I do not owe any apology to any woman under the topic under consideration tonight. And the reason is simple, my people. Let me tell you something. Let me come up with the facts. I'm not the one that put it there. The way we see the story, I think it is Joshua that put it there. I wanted to show these people. In fact, it's right here. I can show to them right here. So, there is a book written by two Liberians.
Dr. Zakama.
Isaac, one Emmanuel. Oh my God, where did I place this stuff?
Dr.
Okay,
Zakama.
one Emmanuel Clark, and co-authored by Azif Atuba. As per media report, the former chief of staff to Alexander B. Kumi. This book title is George Weah, The Dream, The Legend, The Rise to Power, under chapter 13. That's the title of the book. It's right now, it was being sold for $20, but because of our political discourse in Liberia, the price has gone up on Amazon. It's right now posted for $24.24. You can go on Amazon now and get your copy and read the story. The book is about the life story, the holistic life story of George Weah, and where he started as a child, all the way from there to where he found himself today. Our only focus point has come now, especially many Liberian women. Some of them that got PhD, I respect their education, but I also do not respect their honesty. Because there is something bigger than this chapter 13 that ain't talking nothing about it. There are Liberian girls in Liberia who have been abused, not by choice, but because of poverty. They do not talk anything about that. There are Liberian women that went on Prophet Gay's show that live in Minnesota and talk about the Sunday bush and talk about their own private part, what they did to it. None of them talk about that. There was a Liberian woman that took money from a businessman in Philadelphia. A successful Philadelphia businessman almost damaged their family. And that girl posted that man porno, real-time porno, in condom. It was all on social media. All these PhD women that call themselves women, that they get proud, they didn't say nothing. They didn't say nothing. Liberian people say you don't look at where you fall down, but you look at, you look at where you sleep. Let me read chapter 13 for you. Some platforms say they're not going to read it, but I will read it. I didn't put it there. Joshua gave it to those who put it there. So we should be blaming Joshua, not to be telling Cloud we are sorry. We don't know nothing about Cloud we are bad. Only Joey knows about it because of his wife. Even though he born 3 children during that married time, but that's his wife. So that for lady, I don't give a. I'm not even go to that. All right, folks. So let me give it to you. Tonight we're not going to professional. Yeah, sorry. It did not send one flip from my hand.
You can go whatever way you want.
We're not going to professional tonight, just so you know.
You
because
can
it
go whatever
pisses
way
me off.
you want.
Why the people not want to be truthful with reality on the ground? They only want to be one-sided.
That's
they go
the reason
fire
why
as if I to buy for that.
have the mouth.
Okay, folks, you all listen, right? Under chapter 13 of the same book I just told you about Joe Weah, Rise, Dream, and everything, legend, football. She play, who's speaking? Josh Weah speaking because that's Josh Weah's wife with Clyde Weah. She play a kind of hard to get modestly with him as he pursue her. Okay? This attitude made Josh Weah want Clyde the more. I didn't want talking about, I just giving it to you. In confidence, he told close friends that other than her amazing character, one of the main reasons he chose to marry Clara over a Liberian woman or any other woman for that matter was because she was tight vaginally. You want me to spell it for you? I can spell it for you.
No, it's okay.
I taught biology in elementary school, okay?
It's okay.
When
it's
we're
okay.
trying to describe the plant and the science behind it and the animal, organism, female reproduction, whatsoever you call it, we call the scientific name. So we're going to call this right here. All right? V-A. Let me spell it for you.
You don't need to spell it. Just go ahead.
V-A-G-I-N-A-L-L-Y. Versatile in the bedroom and remain lying on her back throughout. Their love-making session, like most of the traditional women, Clara Weah's story is different, according to George Weah. George Weah said he really loved Clara because Clara can take charge of the entire session. Not just him taking charge of it, like most traditional Liberian women would do. Clara operates like a real Jamaican woman in bed. So I don't care how many women will go around him or he will go around them, Clara Weah will remain his wife. I don't care how many children he will get outside, Clara Weah will remain his wife because she's good in bed. That is why George Weah told his close friends, including Aziva Topa, one of the founding chairmen of the CDC party. All right? We know about Orocho Gu, we know, in fact, we're talking about USA CDC, okay? Aziva Topa, Atos Zakaman, and we're talking about George Solo and the rest of them. So that conversation, that book is out. Aziva Topa lost his job today, yesterday, Liberian time. Now, who broke the news? It was Henry Pedro Costa, the leader of the COP on Facebook, on the chapter 13.
Mr. Josh,
there are so many, there are so many good stories in that book about George Weah. His hard work as based on his God-given talent, football, from childhood all the way to middle age and where he found himself. All the Liberian women today, especially those that get the so-called PhD, okay, that descended on Aziva Topa and Liberian men. All of us inside, they say we respect women. But let me tell you something. When you want to show respect, you want people to respect you, you need to respect yourself. If you don't respect yourself, nobody going to respect you. A George Weah have not told the story about his wife, okay, to his close friends, including Aziva Topa. They're not going to put it in the book. So the blame should go on George Weah. On George Weah, not on Aziva Topa and other people talking about, oh, Aziva Topa going to lose his job. He lost it already. But let me tell you something. Those of us that live in America, about 48 to 49 states in America, majority of the jobs here besides union jobs are all referred to as a will job, which means Employer can fire you for reason or no reason. And you, the employee, you can actually tell your employer, I don't need you for reason or no reason. Okay? So the man that hired as a Vatokpa and pay him 3,005 at Key for Star, he fired him today. Yesterday, Liberian time. So that should not be issue. But let me tell you something. From all indication, all the wahala going on in Liberia is just all about political interest. As a Vatokpa, Ato Zakama, George Solo, and the rest of the guys from the CDC, and you, George Weah, as your political vehicle. George Weah and the rest of the guys are silencing. Now we see what happening inside the opposition political camp. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, former president of the Republic of Liberia, best friend, best minister, Brandon Samuka. She's putting on Samuka under the bus because Samuka decided to support Joseph Boakai. And that Samuka countryman. And that Samuka first cousin.
That one had nothing
okay?
to do. That one had nothing to do with the topic.
Okay, so everything is about politics. It's not about politics. People trying to fight back. This is a fight back, AB. Whether you take it or you don't take it, it's all about fight back. So my point is, those PhD Liberian women need to go back to Liberia to start helping those folks, those Liberian girls who are carrying on prostitution in the open as a means of survival. They need to descend on the government to create better environment for those women. They also need to come against those other women that use sex and that use other things to denigrate other men in America right here. Liberian women do that. And to a point where they damage their family. They don't say anything. This is not about feminism. This is different from feminism. Okay? And that is my point. If we are to cut white, we need to call it white. We don't care what time it becomes white. If it is black, it should be black and it should be even. Don't only be talking about women issue and you don't talk about men issue. Back to you, AB.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You sound like a sweet wine but lack substances. You sound like sweet wine but lack substances. You see, we need to be careful here. We need to be careful. What Asa Vatokpa did, it was absolutely wrong. What Asa Vatokpa did, it was absolutely wrong to the core. I don't know if I were Josh Weah, I would sack the youth and sport minister because Zakama, Asa Vatokpa were able to name him in a book. At the last page of the book, he was named as one of the contributors. So, Josh Weah need to call him to ask him what was the contribution to the book, or he be fired. What you said that only chapter 15, the man looking at? No, we are not looking at only chapter 15. You remember in one of those chapters, the man was able to list a man named who raped Josh Weah, late mother, at the age 13, and gave birth to Josh Weah. To you, this kind of discussion supposed to be taking place in a book? Amen. Let us have some prayer for our mothers. I don't care whether she's a first lady, but whosoever that woman is, as a Vatokpa never does nothing, he never did nothing compared to this that he have done. I see the reason why Josh Weah never appointed him. Now, these are some of the reasons. I see some of the reasons why Mr. Zakama have not getting a position into the government. Now I see the reasons. Now I see the reason why that this guy was not given an appointed position in the government. Now you let the CDC. You said the CDC forget about you. You quote unquote said the CDC forget about you. Amen. Then you went to go to oppositions. Mr. Alexander Bicum. I strongly believe that Mr. Alexander Bicum never knew all of this. Because they both been on Sunday December. And when Azeva was appointed, less than 2 months ago. So are you telling me that Azeva went to Mr. Cummings and he never told him about this? Yes, I believe it. Yes, I believe it. But I don't just believe that Mr. Azeva deserved to go in prison. I don't just talk anything here like that thing hurt me because he remembered that so far that the man can do it to Josh Weah. I don't care who gave him the information. That is not my topic tonight. But I'm discussing the main incursions. So he had a dense character, he had this quote-unquote book coming up, but refused to tell Mr. Kumi. As if Atoka never behaved right. To describe the woman, not only that, but to describe the woman's private part. Most of us, we can go sit down, we can go talk about our wife. We can say, no matter, my man, I get nice. But for us to go in depth, like the way Azeva went in depth, even you that young, you cannot, your friend, you cannot entrust me with such information. So Azeva never treated the president fairly.
Did the president treat himself fair? Did the president treat his wife fair? With that kind of conversation with Tupa and the rest of the guys?
You don't know whether that conversation was made. That is the point. You don't know whether these guys are making. You know that Azeva is making story up? Do you know?
Have you investigated that Azeva did not and the other guy did not have any conversation with Josh Weah or Josh?
That's the reason they're going to court. That's the reason Azeva will go to court.
Okay.
If that mean the president, let this man go to court. Let them maybe sue. Nonsense. What Azeva did are complete nonsense. Nobody can talk to somebody. Remember, you get wife for going in every segment, but you're not just discussing it, but writing it in book. Writing it in book? Huh? Writing it in book?
It's a breaking news. What about that?
Writing it in book? That the breaking news there?
Yeah, somebody gave it. We are not to hold the journalist responsible.
That's the reason why. When I meet with Josh Weah, that's the reason when I meet with Josh Weah, I was sacked with immediate effect. The youth affairs minister, because he is listed. There are a whole lot of them that are listed in our book as a major contributor.
Probably Josh Weah need to sue all of them though. All of them are listed. He need to sue all of them.
That'll be
then
real,
we'll see how the Supreme Court will get busy.
That'll be real. This issue, let her have some respect at some time. Let her have respect at some time. I'm not saying all of the time, but I'm saying for some time. Let us have respect for our mothers. Can we also
have respect for our fathers?
Anyway, I don't know what you're even saying here. I don't know what you're saying. Here. Do we not have respect for our fathers?
Of course. Based on our history in our community, we don't. But nobody talk about it. Any man that talk about it, that man don't have respect for women. Because our community don't have interest in truth telling. And that is our fundamental problem. Let me bring another example to you. When the media brought the old tape from Donald Trump during the election 2016, what did Donald Trump say? He said that was a locker room talk, right? What happened to Donald Trump?
The phone line open, man. The phone line open.
Okay?
You can start
They,
calling out on
the
215
American people,
824
the
1924.
American people hold their journalists responsible, or they held Donald Trump responsible, even though they still give him power.
The number is printed right below. The number is being printed right below. Just click on that tab, then you will see the number. The number are printed right below. Or let me just
probably you need to keep posting the number because they're always asking for that number.
Let me post the number again. Yeah, go ahead.
My point here is, Azeva Topa did not commit any crime for quoting George Weah in his co-author book. Topa and the rest of the guys did not have any information about Clara Weah, how she's good in bed. Okay? The size of a woman who whatsoever, only George Weah had that information and he gave it to them. So George Weah should be held responsible for what Azeva Topa and the rest of the guys
so you telling me
got from him and put it in the book.
So you telling me if in fact let us agree to the fact that George Weah said it. Let us agree to the fact that George Weah said it. Let us agree to the fact that George Weah told them. So the best way possible is for you to make money out of that.
We make money out of good stories, especially negative stories, all over the world. Journalists make good money out of negative story. It's global.
Is Azeva Topa journalist?
You don't have to be a journalist. He's a writer. He's a writer. Now, the book was $20. It's going to $24. What about that? So if I were Azeva Topa, I don't have time for Kumi's job anyway. I'm going to make more money now. Okay. We will print more of that book. Okay. We will print it and we will sell it with P&D.
Yeah. Kora, what is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Gunter Gunn. I'm calling from Minnesota.
Go ahead, Gunter.
Okay. You see the thing that's going on.
Hold on. The 6825. You hold on. 6319. Go ahead.
Yeah, the thing that is going on is the president. He said it's a playboy. You don't blame nobody. People who know the man sit around when he sit down, he discuss women. That's his usual habit. Why are people having problems with Azeva?
So when you discuss women, so the best way forward is for you to go read in book?
I think that's a man's way of expressing himself. Look, in Western country, we that yes, we know how Jamaican women roll. Okay. I mean, we know everything. We say our thing openly. We talk things.
Okay, thank you.
So the man sat around his friend and said and discussed a woman. I mean, you know, like our gossip bill we carry around. That's it.
Thank you.
We are international gossipers.
Okoro, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, hi. I'm calling from California.
Go ahead.
Listen, I was listening to the other guy that was speaking. You know, there's something they call speculation. He's speaking like he believed what was written in the book.
Oh.
And now we don't know what it is that George actually told this man. And your friend said, boys talk. Is it right that boys talk what they talk? No. But did you do your investigation? Did you ask around whether it is true that George actually said it? So when you're speaking, because you got a platform, there are people who don't have their own mind. So they may be listening to you and believing what you're putting out there too. So you're not even...
Okoro, hold on, I'm coming to you.
Don't to say he actually said it, that you know for sure that he said it. Now remember, these things comes around and somebody may do it to you. It's true that Josh is the only person that sleep with his wife. It's true. But do you really think Josh would discuss that with somebody? So sometimes when you come on a public platform, give people the benefit of the doubt. Don't just be talking for sure you are there.
Thank you.
That's what I'm saying.
Thank you. Okoro, what is your name and where are you calling from? Okoro, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Hello.
Yeah, Quarter, you have to reduce your receiver.
Yes, I'm calling from North Dakota. How you doing, AB?
I'm doing quite okay.
Yes, my name is Anthony Patmo.
You have to reduce your receiver, my friend.
Yes, I'm calling from North Dakota. How you doing, AB? Yeah, are you hear me now?
You have to reduce the receiver. If I hear you one more time, I will cut you off.
Yeah, are you hearing me now?
Yeah, you are all right.
Okay, I'm so disappointed in Brother Francis tonight for saying that Asiva was right to abuse the first lady. I'm so disappointed in him tonight. Yes. If somebody send you to kill somebody, will you be able to kill somebody, Brother Francis?
The man will be able to kill because
Right?
somebody said that.
When the caller finish, I will
No,
answer them. Please give them a chance
no.
to talk.
I just asking you, will you be able to kill the person, Brother
We
Francis?
are not comparing killing with gossip.
Okay.
Many people don't know the relationship that
Okay, that's
existed
why I get
between
to
Asif
ask you.
Atupa, George Solo, and the rest of the guy, along with George Weah. You already know the story. They were buddies.
Okay.
So even the printing of the book.
Let get chance to the quarter. Let the quarter finish talking. Then you have time.
No, he asked question. I want to give him the first answer so he can continue.
But the quarter just left. But the thing about
he
it
left?
is that, yeah, the quarter just left.
So you want me to answer him now?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Mr. Palmer, if anybody asks me to go kill, I will not go kill. Okay? I will not do it. Because I know it's wrong. But if you and myself join on something, we put our brain together, or me and my friend, we put our brain together and we put you there, and we are buddies. And you discuss your wife, how she's sweet in bed. Everything you discuss it with me. And a later day, and you want to denigrate me, and I got pen power, I will put it in the book. And biography, many people don't know. Even according to unconfirmed media report, George Weah agreed for the book to be printed because he didn't even know what was in the book. He didn't even know what was in the book. Okay, then you want to hold Kumi responsible too why he got to hire Asif Atupa. Kumi hired Asif Atupa for political reasons, not because of so much qualification or integrity. Liberia is not an integrated country. Liberia is not an honest country. Liberia is not a sincere country. Everybody put their emotion into stuff. The way they feel. And I'm not talking about that. All right? My points are clear. If the women talking about one man that co-authored a book and just quoted George Weah and they're having problem with that man, okay, fine. Another woman did it, the disgrace of men right here in Philadelphia, America. They poured their private part on Facebook. The women didn't say nothing. It was all right.
But that does not mean. That does not
the,
mean. That does
the
not
other
mean.
woman, no. Give me chance. Give me chance. Another woman on Propagate Show.
That does not mean.
On Propagate Show describe him.
That does not mean. That does not mean that because the wrong was done yesterday, so we should do the wrong today. No. Now take another.
I'm not saying we should do the wrong today, but the wrong that was done yesterday, you didn't say nothing about it. The other wrong that done today, don't say nothing about it.
Okay.
That's my point, okay? And moreover, this story out here, it is not Vatupa that gave it to himself. It is just Weah that gave it to him.
Hello, brother AB.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Jenkins here. I'm calling from Philadelphia, precisely for Derby.
Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, okay, yeah. How you doing, Abraham?
Yeah, you that calling from 3604, you hold on. You that calling from 0807, you go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Right.
I just want to come in because when the guy said, Isaac told me the book was written, as George Weah know. But if you write about somebody, I think before you publish it, you have to take it to the person to do the content of the book. If you want to write, you write a book for me. And I agree. You have to have copy of that book first. Go through before you publish the book.
I come in. Calling from 3604. I say you hold on. Let the man that calling from 0807, let the man go ahead. Then you stay talking.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Go ahead, my brother.
All right. Mr. Doe, I hope you're listening to me. It's not because, brother, you were seeking job from the government and you did not receive it, should make you to say things that is not right. Let's be honest.
We honest here tonight.
Let's be honest. Spencer Doe. You will not say, you Spencer Doe, you never and ever in your lifetime say with a friend to have some lecture and other things that sometimes they will go and say out there the way in which you did not say. How sure are you that the president was brave enough to discuss that issue lengthily, how his right look, how everything in there look to that man? Why you think that the man is not making story? Like they're concluding
the history
that
of the
whatever
president
that is in the book is right. Why will you say that, man? It look, not be honest. It on record. When you make this statement, know that you make this statement that will carry you tomorrow. Like people going to take you for tomorrow. It's not right. Or better say, I know you personally. I think you may know me. This is Julius. If you remember our Saduda, Satan Saduda, I want to remember, you know that we all celebrate together. I'm so disappointed in you tonight. Okay. So I better to be honest. I'm not think the president. I don't think the president is going to be so.
But even said the president said that, so you should read it in a book.
If the president even said that, I lecture with a friend. Is that right for the friend to go on? To publish it, not just on Facebook like we can do it past, but to make a book out of it. Then we sit down and say yes, it's good. Okay. No,
thank you.
Thank you very much, brother. Thank you for.
Thank you, my brother. Go ahead. My brother calling from says no. You were coming loud. Calling from 3604. Go ahead. Calling from 3604. Go ahead. Okay.
Hello.
Okoro, what is her name? Okoro, what is her name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from New Jersey.
Okoro, what is her name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from New Jersey. I'm Anna.
Anna, go ahead.
I want to make a point on Francis.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry. I am a lady, and this thing is going on. But I will agree with Francis. Francis like 50% right, because George Manuel Weah as a whole do not have no regard for any woman beside men.
Okay.
I was in Abidjan with George Manuel Weah, and I saw how he treated his late mother. May her soul rest in peace, for Yoni Seal.
Okay.
Took her car and gave it to Yoni Seal. At that time, he was going over Yoni Seal. Anybody for Abidjan would know his record for Abidjan. He don't.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. George Weah do not respect women.
Okay.
So right. I believe what is said about his wife, he had him as sorry she had to be caught up in it, and with the mess she in right now. I'm so sorry for that. But it is true. I believe that he knew about the book. We in America, we know. So some of the book that were waiting for Donald Trump, they told him about it, but he didn't know what was in it, and he approved for it when it came up, and he realized what was in it. He was against it, but it had already come up.
Thank you.
So everything that happened, George Weah should take the blame too. Even though the guy that published the book was not supposed to publish it because he has mom and sister. Well, George Weah is the blame. He don't respect women. Even his late mother that was mentioned, that he never respected her. For Yoni Seal, we all know, we saw it in Abidjan. He took his car, the man was using, and gave it to Yoni Seal and degraded her.
Okay.
Yeah, so he should be blamed too for what is happening. If you go and discuss your wealth, you should be blamed because the man's supposed to protect his wealth, not to discuss his wealth. So let's look on the two ways. The two of them are wrong.
Okay, thank you. Let's take another caller right here. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Hello?
Yeah. Caller, what is your
Yeah.
name? Caller, what is your name and where are you? No. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Moses, where I'm calling from Iowa.
Go ahead, Moses.
Yeah, I've been listening a while. Almost
Send
2,
money
3
to
years.
loved ones abroad.
Now, I think we everyone all have to be careful. The sentiment is very high. We have to be careful. None of us in favor of what being put into the book, especially directly to the first lady and the president. But I think the president will have more respect when he behave a leader now. This is a time for President Weah to really show that he's a leader. People are telling him to take action.
Hello?
I think taking action will do more harm than just let it go. People will say, yes, indeed, President Weah is a leader. There are a lot of things can be said
calling to
about
make a
leader.
contribution on this.
People
I
want
say, hold on, hey, you talking?
but I don't know. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is the sentiment
No,
is...
you that calling from 0254, you hold on. You that calling from 1346, you go ahead.
Yeah, so what I'm saying here, I know everybody's saying, oh, the president should take action, they should send the president to court. I think the best thing the president can do as a leader...
The president cannot sue. The president cannot sue. The president cannot take any actions. So it is the wife now that will sue. It is the wife. You not see Carrasco post? You not see Carrasco post?
Hold on, my brother. Hold on. What I'm trying to say is this. I know the sentiment is very high. People are saying
Somebody monitor is
disturbing. Where I will let it go. I will tell the vice president, the first lady, Madam First Lady, let it go. There are a lot of things we are seeing in America here, my brother. People insulted Trump. They did everything. They even talk about independence in the street. So I think the president should really show leadership here and let this thing go.
But people know Donald Trump wife in Bogo.
My brother, I remember one show. Hold on.
Thank you. But we have to take another caller.
AB, I need to make correction. The caller that called prior to the two callers, I want to correct something he said. I'm not Francis Doe.
Oh, okay. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Chris. I'm calling from Canada.
Chris, go ahead.
You see, my brother, behavior is learned. The people that you work with, they learn from you. Okay? So these things have been happening. The president has been engaged in certain things that have been disrespectful to his wife. Number one, you remember there was an audio that came out with two women fighting for the president on that audio with Safa Maygrace. That was disgraceful. Number two, the mobile Muslim tip. It says that the president wants to sleep with anything in skirt. That's two. Number three, if you remember Weah, J.B. Weah, he accused the president of sleeping with his wife.
Yes, the system keeps cutting you
out.
off.
Was adultery and it was disrespectful to the first lady. Number four, CBC, when they were in opposition, they were running around with white underwear with red things, and they were calling it Ellen Johnson panty. Nobody said anything about it. They even laugh about it. They even talk about it. So while it is true that what Ase Vatokwa did is very disgraceful and shameful, but we should also know that when God ready to disgrace a nation, He'll use some people. Because if that was Zogo were going to do it, we were going to say, oh, the person crazy that Zogo. So they use Asivatoba to disgrace an entire nation to say what his friend had told him. The president should also be held responsible for the information that he gives to people, because nobody knows what happens in a man's bedroom when the lights are off and the doors are closed. So while it is true that we must disgrace Asivatoba for disgracing the nation, we must also hold the president responsible, because his action over time has also brought disgrace on the first lady with all this sexual tip and sexual talk.
Okay, thank you.
So the president should be held responsible too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okora, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, it be good afternoon, good night. My name is Abu Bidito Popona. I'm calling from Washington, Seattle.
Go ahead.
What we're going around in our Liberian community is very, very bad. I don't think anyone could really encourage women to be disgraced like what is that is doing. You know, like,
you're in a noise.
Hello?
Yeah, you're in a noise.
I'm saying what is that doing to our Liberian women is very, very bad. You know, we need protection for every Liberian woman in our country, or every woman, no matter how it may be.
Yeah, hold on.
You can just get a vote against our personal woman like that. It's very, very bad. For me, I don't really, I'm not a physician, but really, the way he was describing that woman, actually, you can't do that, man. You can't do that to a woman.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then we are in only about club we are now, but other women are in this country that they're very violated too. People have to really look after those things.
Thank you.
You see? All right. Thank you.
Okora, what is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Max. I'm calling from the great state of Maryland, USA.
Mark, go ahead.
Okay, AB, thank you for having me on your show. I don't know why there are so many hypocritical people online. Is there a first time the book that the man wrote is a memoir? What is a memoir? A story about a person, a popular person, or a local person. The book that Mr. Val wrote, I believe everything he said about Weah. Weah was the only footballer to make himself in commercial. What you can say about your wife?
So when the man who naked say so in a commercial, so does that mean that somebody should disgrace our mother like that?
My man, it's not my mother. It's Weah.
Okay.
Weah is not connected to my mother.
Okay.
So let's not forget about your general last in the whole thing.
Okay.
Weah is a woman.
Okay.
She doesn't represent all the women in Liberia.
Okay.
Let's get that straight.
But she is the first lady.
First lady for
first
who?
lady for who? She not my first lady.
For who?
Okay.
All
right.
Okay. I don't take her as my first lady.
Okay.
The book is a memoir about George Weah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
It's a memoir. That's why he said, I believe it.
Thank you.
AB?
Yeah, Okora, what is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Jerome and I'm calling from Minnesota.
Jerome, go ahead.
Abraham, at this time I tend to agree with you a little bit, Abraham.
You tend to what?
I tend to agree with Abraham tonight.
Okay, go ahead.
You see, press freedom is a beautiful thing. Press freedom is a beautiful thing. But you must be mindful that you are responsible for the abuse thereof of that freedom.
Okay.
Number two, in any conversation, whether we are said it or not, there is something called privileged information. Even the first lady knows that. She has her own friends. Privileged information is information that is not intended for public consumption. So it is the duty of the journalist or the publisher to contact the affected party, in this case, President Weah, to authenticate the story, because we guide ourselves against all sorts of lawsuits and libel. So I believe, in all honesty, that this publication was something done in error, recklessness.
I believe so too. I believe so.
Thank you.
Thank you. Quora, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, brother AB, this is Jenkins. I just came back to play Francis Donor.
Okay, you came back. You hold on. Let's bring on different Quora. Quora, what is your name and where are you calling from? Quora calling from 7769. Quora, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Rufus, where I'm calling from Maryland, Silver Spring.
Maryland, go ahead, Rufus.
Yeah, AB. All the terrible things that happened in Liberia concerning, especially for the rape case in Liberia. You ever heard the first leader of Liberia and the so-called concerned women that came out today? You ever heard that they came out to say anything or to condemn anything?
No, I wasn't the little girl that was raped in Nigeria. They never talk about it until that man went, until I played that clip here, and then the next day that man went on Spoon before all of them could talk about it.
And two, the people, they man and editor that they killed on Broad Street, what would the president remark?
They were lovers. That's what the president said. You see that one? I get time for that on the show tonight.
Yes.
They were boyfriend and girlfriends.
You're functioning as a discovery. That thing don't make no sense.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah, this quite different thing.
Okay. Quora, what is your name and where are you calling from? Quora, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, Quora.
Yeah, brother AP, I'm back again. This is Jimmy speaking. I just came back to make something clear to Francis Donor. Maybe you feel that I don't actually know him like that. Francis Donor, I know you fully well. We had a program together, organization together, and I mean, I just disappointed you.
Can you mute this caller? Let me say, you've been taking all the calls. I can't correct him. I can't say nothing. How can you know somebody you call him Francis Doe and I'm not Francis Doe? I don't have no problem Jinkin knowing me. We all, kind of come from Satan, but you can't call me Francis Doe, Jinkin. You can't do that.
Okay.
And let me say something, my people. AB, please give me a chance. You and I on this show here. We're not just picking a call. I need to push my point through. Please.
Push your point.
Let me tell you something. This is not friendship business we're on here. This is a serious business. George Weah is not an ordinary person in our country. He's the number one person in our country, according to our constitution. He got a lot of immunity. The first lady, we pay all of them. We pay all of them. If you want you, the father, or you, the mother, the children to be okay, then you need to lead by example. How many children George Weah got since he got married to Clara Weah? You're acting like the people that wrote this book, you know George Weah? How can you sign on something for somebody to publish, then you get problem with it? Why you crying more than the bereaved? All these Liberian women that descended upon Azeva Topa today and other men, what have they done when it comes to rape issue in Liberia? Dr. Hassan Conte is say passing free of charge. When our embassy official daughter was raped almost to death, we brought it on the show. You ain't say nothing. Jinky, this is not about you and our friendship. If you are disappointed in me, it's up to you. And anybody that is disappointed in me because of my side of this story here, the way I view it, there is a lot of dishonesty in our country. Everybody take an issue based on their interest.
Yeah, but that does not mean when something happens
No.
The women never talk.
Let me tell you something.
When it happened to them, the women should not talk.
I want to be objective as possible as I can be. I'm not looking for friendship. People that say some people broke, it's up to them. Whether you know me, you don't know me, this is my view. And the reason I'm speaking the way I am speaking, because we already know Josh Weah profile. Josh Weah is a playboy. How can Josh Weah love to all these girls, giving them jobs, evident by his own chairman, Moba Moru? How can the women not taking issue with him, having Claire Weah as first lady, disgracing our first lady in the open, having Finda Bondo as his regular woman living with him? Why the women not talking about that? Those are our young sisters in Liberia that ain't got food to eat. They gotta go have sex, and they have it on Facebook. The media publish it. Why are they talking about that? Why are they talking about that? Why just we are giving job to women that he has sex with? They're not talking nothing about that. As if I co-author a book, okay, that George Weah himself gave the story to his colleagues.
You don't know that. That's the reason why I am saying that all those that contributed to the book, all of them that work in the government.
Everybody that contributed to the book ain't got no issue. The book wrote about the life history of George Weah, from where he was to where he is. It is the fact. George Weah gave them that information and they published it. The George Weah think, and let me just provide you another constitutional correction.
Okay.
The president have the right to sue, but nobody can sue the president while he is president. Under Article 61 and 62, when he leave the presidency, then we can sue him, we can arrest him. But at this point, the president can sue anybody he want to sue. A Claire Weah want to sue Asif Atupa and the rest of the guy.
Oh yeah,
that is business.
Sure that they will be
but
sued.
They all have brought disgrace to our country. George Weah is number one human being in our country. Claire Weah number two. Joel Howard Taylor number three in terms of classic citizenship in our country based on their role. They cannot use their position as a role model for other women, and other women just want to grab this quote-unquote feminism or female activism. It's all fake. They are fake people. I'm not like that. I'm not speaking for people to like me. I'm speaking my mind.
The point about it is that as a Vatuka, for that kind of person he is, for that kind of knowledge that the people have, I call him people all the time. He and my second thought nobody on Facebook. I call him people see and come. But for him, just when we are me you a job, that was not satisfactory. You get higher. You get hired by Arizona B. Cummins. That now, but you have to go author a book, to go to say the ministry thing about our first lady. That thing you do.
This is not about job provision. It is not about giving job. The best thing our Liberian people can do now is to go to Amazon and order a copy of that book like I've already done. So they can have more insight instead of coming here to try to push friendship. This is not about job. Asif Atupa will be just fine.
Asif Atupa has lost his job.
We don't care about that. He will be just fine.
You not care about it, but that's funny.
Maybe the book now is a more talk about book in our community. Okay, you just purchase one. I just did one right now, and I know more Liberians going to purchase that book because it has become a center of conversation. A center of conversation. People are leaders in our country must behave right.
Who does that? Who does that? To go say how Josh Weah mother was raped. Who does that? Who explained that story to him? Who explained that story to him?
Himself. Josh Weah explained it to him.
Josh
Weah
was born from that pregnancy that Mr. Asif Atupa named in a book that the doctor went and raped Josh Weah at the age 13 in Big Borough. And then gave birth to Josh Weah. So you're telling me that Josh Weah, he knew because I true that Josh Weah was born. So he knew that the man that impregnated his mother and born him, right?
Maybe that's a false analogy in the first place. We get family members, we get elders, we get other relatives that tell us our story. Those of us that were born in the Ethiopia, we didn't even know our birthday. The people told us, Mama told me my birthday. So it could be too. Maybe Joshua's mother told
Hello?
him, or
Yeah, hold on.
maybe another family member of Joshua told Joshua, and Joshua gave it to Asaphat Toba. From all indications, the best thing we can do, the parents must go and purchase that book and read for themselves and come for new conversation.
That's the
But
reason
this
why
is not anything about job.
Connor, what is your name and where are you calling on from?
Yeah, I'm from Maryland, Silver Spring.
Maryland, go ahead.
Yeah, what you just said about Joey mother, you see, all the students are just forced to. Joey is not the older child for his mother. Joey, older sister in my place, she ready for the develop with you. So how would she be 14-year-old and get married and she already had a big daughter?
So you see, So you see, so that means that the story inside in our book is not true.
It's not true.
Okay.
Joey sister already said that my older sister, mama. Older sister. She's not the older for the mother.
But Josh, when we are, is not the older for your mother. That's what the Quran is saying.
It's true. She ready for the develop with you there. My play call my.
We're not discussing Joshua's sister. We're discussing Joshua's
move on for the develop.
History.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
And his wife that's so sweet to him. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about his sister.
Yeah, but what benefits? What benefit? No, he will go to court. He will go to show that where the judgment we are telling that when the minister that told him that, then the minister need to go to him with him to go to testify in court. Nonsense.
Are you going to be a co-plaintiff for Weah, Joshua, and others to be identified?
I am not going to be a co-plaintiff for no freaking body. I am worried about my arrest. So
Joshua say you were coming after you, right?
But
now you're talking for your wife tonight.
No, but I am talking for his wife. I am talking for his wife because all of us have mothers. So
but we discussed the vice president here the last time.
Yeah, but the vice president of
the vice president of the Republic of Liberia here the last time, who is another woman.
For the vice president to put on said that one I could not talk.
Oh, so that one not nothing, right?
I'm begging you.
When Weah husband finished telling his friends how sweet she is in bed, they put it in both. That one that's something.
Okay. Cora, what is her name and where are you calling her from? Cora, what is her name and where are you calling her from? You taking deep breath?
Yeah, Avi, this Hassan Dukle calling from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Go ahead, bro, Hassan.
Yeah, Avi, you know very well that many of us we are not supporters of Joshua and his wife.
Mm-hmm.
But really, I admire where from the concept he's using. Every one of us, somebody born us.
Yeah.
The way in which you can be against Weah today, it can be any woman tomorrow. Whether things normally happen in Liberia, they don't talk about it. But the one they talk about that day, everybody should talk about it. That doesn't mean that the past, all women are equal, but fail to realize that the person that published the book is not just a small guy, is well-known in Liberian society, and the person he wrote about is the first lady of the nation.
I'm telling you.
So if that is insulted, it means that the entire Liberian women are insulted. And not only that, if you read chapter 3, I don't know, where they discuss the man's family, how he came out, how his mother was raped, you will not feel good about it no matter who you are. You can't discuss you can't discuss somebody's family like that, especially down to his mother. We all know that Joshua is, I can say, womanizer. Everywhere people know. A party chairman came and talk about it. That is part of his gene. Really. It's true that he may say, but he had no right to publish book like that. There's an analysis, there's a saying, psychologists say, Whenever somebody says something, whether you know is a reality, but you should use your maturity reasoning to see how best you can control it for public consumption. But to come out to the media and publish a book where your sister, girl, children with bad book and read below ages 17 coming down, and with bad book and read, how will you think about it? And as a father of the home. So it can be whosoever. They can be the worst thing in Liberia, but when they discuss women like that, you should have problem with it, especially discussing the Liberian women wherein they are not going in bed, he leaving to go to Jamaica and what have you. It's very nasty. Nobody expects such person to put such person like that in society. We know, everybody know that Joelle is womanizer, but that can't give you the right to publish a book discussing the man's entire family. I hope that they can just see to it and just forget about it. But if they really have any lawsuit against him, he deserves it for real. The man used to be on constant show just to get that recognition. After they elevate you, you go to you get job. Nobody has problem with that. But you will publish book without reading it or showing it to somebody whether it is right, and just publish it like that because of money, or you want to get popularity. That was so wrong. And I like the way everybody talk about it. All those that hate Weah, they all talk about it. It made it nasty. Because I know, for me to see somebody oppose it, and it was this guy today, how they call Prophet Key. All those that talk against it, he was just there cursing everybody. We know what the brother is saying is true. Instead of it's true, really that there is many nasty things that happen in the country. Liberian women really don't come out to talk about it, and it is wrong. Anything against one woman, against all. But there is the first leader of the nation. The way the men discuss the leaders, it is wrong in itself. And we should condemn all ruling against our women in society because we have children. And we have children. So I see to it that I just think that there is some good and there is some bad. The way I have done so many wrong things, but you don't have no right to come on media to publish a book where people will be buying to read. It is children that have money to buy and read. So thank you for your time, but it's not something really for us to praise the guy. He did a very wrong thing, and we should talk about it. Thank you for your time.
For me, what I am against is just very simple. It's as if Vatuka was going to narrate this story, but in fact, somebody just told her that the story is not true. That the man is not the first child for his mother. George Weah is not the first child for his mother. But in other Vatuka book, they are making us to believe that George Weah was the first child for his mother, and so on, and that means that the entire story is incomplete.
Yeah, but AB, I will tell you something. We're talking about Mr. Toba today, but don't forget the story Mr. Toba talked about. It may be real because Mr. Toba was very close to Weah.
No.
It's possible that Weah did it to discuss his wife. It's possible because.
Okoro, what is the name and where are you calling us from?
Yeah, Eddie. I'm Clarence Kakiab, calling from Ohio, Cleveland. Yeah, regarding to the issues you guys are discussing, when you talk about abusing the first lady, I think the CDC government is noted for those social acts. If you can recall when Madam Sadi regime, when those guys had underclothes all on the street saying that it's Madam Sadi underclothes, where were you guys? And why you guys came out, they didn't condemn the act that they were doing. Today is George Weah. So what goes around will comes around. Thank
caller,
you.
You made my night.
Okay. Francis, go
You
ahead.
made my night, caller. Thank you.
Francis,
Abby,
go ahead. Yes.
I want to show 2 books here that have to do with women. 2 books. Because everybody talking book. They put it in the book. They put it in the book. Let me tell you something. Born and raised in Liberia, again, American mentality. That's how we communicate. That's another way we communicate. Y'all see this book? Just for the record. Y'all see this book? This lady, originally from Haiti. She is the deputy press secretary to Joe Biden, U.S. government. The title is Moving Forward, written by Juan Peter, and the contributors are David Asler, former senior advisor to President Obama and CNN senior political commentator. Joe Reed, MSN, you all know her. But the main author of this book is...
All right. Let's take another quarter.
It's Peter. No, AB, just wait small. I just want to show. I'm showing the other one again. Okay?
Hello?
The second of book as if I took my co-author. The second of book
yeah,
here.
my name is Juliki. I'm calling from Ellis.
Yeah, AB, let me just show the other one.
Okay, you hold on.
Okay.
Y'all see this book? This is Michelle Obama, A Life History by Peter Sullivan. So a Michelle live straight prior to this book coming up. That's her story. A Patricia Barack.
Okay.
If this woman did not live straight, it's inside it. And they all signed up for it to be published. So what is a big deal that Asif Atoba and the main author of publishing this information? What is the problem about that? And you know what? The Bible says, what you sow, so shall you reap. You cannot plant coconut and get plum. When you plant plum, you get plum. You plant coconut, you get coconut out of it. The very CDC you're talking about, you're acting like you don't even know CDC no more. These are people that put cool water on under clothes and put it in the air and say that Eddie Johnson said it painting. You ain't see that one in Morovia? Eddie Johnson said he was living to prepare her casket when they were in opposition. This man was their leader. This George Weah man. You ain't see George Weah playing Ludo with the people? George Weah is just like you and I.
Okay.
He talks trash talk.
Thank you.
The man will sit down and discuss his wife with other friends. I said, George Solo, and the rest of the guy was very close to George Weah. Then you one can't tell you the man published he embarrassed women. That's not true. He don't embarrass no woman. He just brought the story out.
Can you tell Brother Francis to give me 1 minute and I want to put my point through.
Sure, I'll give you 1 minute. I'll give it to you free, brother. Go ahead.
Okay, so AB.
Yes.
I said thank you for the show. And to be honest, I'm a very good fan of your program, but I want to be very honest. I need you to give me a short time to give my honest opinion. First of all, I want to condemn First, I want to condemn the act of that book that denigrated womanhood, and I don't support that because it's indecent to our women. Many people have read the book and still reading the book. It sent a very negative message about Liberian women. However, I need you to just remove your sentiment. I know how you feel right now because you said you worry about your arrest, and maybe that's the reason why you're taking the kind of direction you're taking tonight. But I want to agree with Brother Francis a little bit. This is why I want to agree with him, right? You see, sex, God made sex for two people, and it's a private stuff. Nobody knows what happens in the bedroom of a man and a woman, except either of them come out to express it to people. That's one. Two, I see a lot of hypocrisy in you tonight, brother. I mean, AB. You know what I say that? You were the one on the scene show talking about how the vice president, the second person constitutionally in a country, put on herself. And that was a woman you were referring to that time. Or on the time you were referring to the vice president, she wasn't a woman. That's one. That's two. Three, I see whole lot of hypocrisy in Liberian women. They are too fake. Sorry, many of you are fake. Let me quantify it. Many of you are so fake. People got raped. You don't say anything. 13 years old, 9 years old, women are abused. You don't say anything. Or because these people who are victims or survivor of rape are not in a hierarchy of government structure, so they don't matter.
Okay.
They don't have money, so they don't matter.
Okay.
Let us stop this kind of hypocrisy. Just give me 1 minute, bro, Ibi.
I
I'm
mean,
begging you.
I've given you more than 1 minute
Yeah,
now. We haven't
yeah,
tossed
no,
off quarter.
bro. That was show here, bro. Ibi, I beg you. So, I I stand with the analysis of Brother Francis because it's good to I mean to delete sentiment. And like he said, those guys, as a Batoba, the president, George Soto, and all of these people were very close friends. I mean, best friend to die for. So if you look at our president's life, his social life, there
Okay.
has never been a good representation of a decent person. So I believe he really said those things. If even it was exaggerated, he sponsored that book.
Okay. What country? Quarter from 697 Guaya.
Yeah, thank you for the show. That's a very interesting topic. Look, I do not believe that people should be telling other people personal secret or other people's special right there in the book. But if you really look at what's going on in Liberia today, all the evil we are doing to our people, I really do not care right now if they grab we are one and pure and pour somewhere in the corners out. I don't really care because what we are doing to the Liberian people. Yeah, what we are doing to the Liberian people, you see what they're doing to the Liberian people. When you want to go live in that kind of administration, when you're talking to that, they send people to can't get you in there, and that kind of administration was support. So I'm not saying that it's a right thing what the man doing. The man wrote in the book. But if I look at the evil we are doing to our people, anything that can come from Weah, I will agree.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okoro, what is your name and where are you calling on from? Leo Sise Guaya.
Yeah, good. Yeah, Abi, how you doing?
I'm doing quite okay, and you?
Wonderful. Thank you for accepting my call. Abi, I just wanted to ask one question, especially if the question is going to you. I understand tonight you in a different mood. It's okay, but we have to be consistent. If you say this boat is so bad, I agree with you 110%. You're not supposed to. But just a couple weeks ago, you were on social media. You were talking about Finabula, putting one in Labrador English. All kind of nasty cause. So what's the difference between that book, that in a book so much, and where you did on that day when you were talking about Finabono? BB man cause, how the toilet looking, how there. So what's the difference? Because that one they went not on social media, but you were on social media. So what's the difference?
The man already. They said the man.
Oh, so but your own the world war is there. The whole war ticket. The whole war. The BB man cause you were giving to Finabono. That was somebody on a mother, that's somebody on a sister.
And that's somebody girlfriend too. Just be a girlfriend right there.
You finish?
No, I know you're not gonna like it. You're gonna call me off. I know that.
No, I'm not cutting you off. I'm not
yeah,
cutting
because
you
the
off.
reason I agree with people who say to insult women is very bad, which I will not support it, especially the way you are reading. But you, in all pricing, cannot be defending that one because you have done the same thing on social media.
Thank
so
you.
What's the difference?
Thank you. Cora, what is her name and where are you calling on from? Cora, what is her name and where are you calling on from? All right.
You talking to me?
Yeah. Cora, what is her name and where are you calling on from?
Yeah, Abi, this is Sano Kamara calling from Minnesota.
Sano, go ahead.
Oh, Abi, for this book,
we go back to your very self. Now everybody attacking you today for the same issue. You discuss the vice president. You discuss the vice president of Liberia. What is the difference between the vice president and the first lady of Liberia? What's the difference?
Okay.
You discuss this lady.
Okay.
And then you discuss a lot of women.
Okay.
For me, I think your own do more harm.
Then good.
Your
right?
own do, yeah, your own do more harm than the book.
Okay.
How many parts? Hold on, 1 second. Don't call me
I
off.
don't resign today. I don't resign.
Hold on.
No,
Hold on.
No,
Don't
I
call
don't
me.
resign. For me, I get a talk show.
Hold on. Hold on now. Don't call me off, AB.
No, I'm not cutting you off.
Listen now. Your own a talk show. How many persons listen to talk show? How many persons buy the books? You know what I'm saying? So your message go. Your message go more than this guy. I'm not supporting this guy though.
But what I was saying, it seems to be true.
But, okay. How about this one? Can you show that it's false?
The message just went away. Yeah. But
this one is false.
That what I'm telling you. The message just real mother was raped at the age 13.
Yes.
And then the born Josh Weah. So that means that Josh Weah is the first child for her mother.
But what you been discussing about Finabono? It is right?
No.
We discussing.
Right.
Hold on now, AB.
What is her name and where are you calling her from?
You talking to me? Mani is via calling.
Yeah, I'm referring to you.
Yeah, Mani is via calling, and thank you for the show. I'm calling from Iowa, Waterloo. First of all, I condemn the whole story. I mean, the stronger way I respect women. I mean, blacks, what's up to all our women up there? We with them. But my question here is, when anybody read a book about you to publish it, you go to the publish, you are entitled to a copy. You that read about to go through it before the book can be published if you certify with it. But nobody can publish a book about you if you are not a signature or certified with this particular book. And besides that, the particular book that came out, people are saying that it don't got effect on Alexander Kume. They got were in the higher office of Kume. So Kume just come out to condemn that thing is not just going to go away from him. It got effect on his presidential ambition. It will get effect on him because the opposition and the ruling party are going to run with this particular story forever, like the way everybody running away today. Mama Moru story about the gossip about the president giving job to what have you. It's not just going to go down today, and this should not be the end. We get a lot of people that are being victims of sorts of behavior, like talking about them. I mean, physically abusing women. I mean, but this is a higher office it happened to. Thank God it happened to higher. I'm not in favor of it, but it been happening over and over. People been talking about it that one day they forget about it, 2 days they forget about it. But this is what the Liberian society is coming up to. No justice for the poor, no justice for the lazy one. I mean, we have to come out with some strong rebuks to this kind of thing, not only just because it happened to Claudia or it happened to other people, but the little one that is happening to, they have been victimized without no justice at all. But let's see how this one will be.
Thank you.
Can learn from what he has just done.
Thank you.
Yep.
Quara, what is her name and where are you calling her from?
My name is Ato Weah, and I'm calling from Washington, D.C.
Ato Weah, my own big brother.
Hey, what's up, man?
My name is Sekou Kane. I'm calling from Philadelphia.
No, Sekou, wait. Ato Weah, go ahead.
Yeah, Evie, I'm so kind of disappointed. I'm disappointed about my own man, I'm disappointed. And I don't know why he will accept for his career just go down the drain. Go down the drain and I don't care whether you have beef against the Weah, you can take it on him. Well, I'm looking at the picture of a lady. Look at the picture of your sister. Look at the picture of a woman. And you coming up with such a book and place it in that book and feeling fine about it. It is embarrassing. Some of our who closer to our brother is embarrassing. Even Dr. Clark. And Dr. Clark is a fine gentleman, and I know him very well too. He is doing extremely well. But this kind of book that these guys wrote, I don't know what they were thinking. It's so demeaning, but especially on a woman. Take George Weah on politically. Deal with George Weah. Leave his wife. Leave his mom. I read that portion, bro. I was so disappointed. I bowed my head down and in disbelief. You know. So it is not like nobody condemn it. Uh, a woman issue yesterday. These same women there, they've been condemning rape in the country. And now, because of Claudia, they came up with this. And, they've been doing that from time to time. But for this one, it's the highest office.
Thank you.
And I said, my brother's supposed to know better, So, so while Francis is saying, Francis is happy. But what goes around comes around. But I like your stand, my picky. You did extremely well to stand tall today. Don't matter, they're condemning you that a business, but you stand tall. All right?
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Ukoro, what is your name and where are you calling from? Yes.
Oh, I said my name is Segu Kane. I'm calling from Philadelphia.
Segu Kane, go ahead.
Yeah, AB. Thank you guys too much for the show. But I'm so glad that you guys didn't only, attack Azeva, but you express the education he have and the experience he have. Anybody writing a book about somebody, a biography about somebody, that book will have to go for a review to that person before it's published. And I'm sure Azeva must have sent it to the president. And you being one of the guys who was insulting Pinabono the last time, and the same thing went to the vice president. I don't know where you came from, where you stand today. But I just think that we should give President Weah a chance to sue other Vatova so we can see the end of it instead of, blaming other Vatova. President Weah had the right, Weah got the right to sue him for whatever he has written about her. So let's not fight the court case. Let's give we are trying to sue other Vatova so we can see what the case is leading. But I'm saying you will be very hypocritical today when you abuse Finabondo, you abuse the vice president, and today you came to defend the Weah. Thank you.
Thank you. Ukoro, what is your name and where are you calling from? Ukoro, what is your name and where are you? No. Yeah. Let me take Poker Rubber. Poker Rubber, hold on. Poker Rubber, you live?
Yeah, am I clear?
Yeah, you live. You live on the Manelson Abraka talk show. You live.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Abraham, and thanks to your co-host for such a fascinating topic on discussion this morning. For the recognition, I'm Poker Rubber, and I join you from a new destination this morning.
Wow.
Good morning, brother. Good morning, brother Abraham.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah. You see, brother Abraham, honestly speaking, I like the way everybody, Liberian actually, they may not like you today, but they have conscience when it comes to something that is not representable. You see, the behavior of Accusations is not representable. It's not representable. It's not decent. Accusations, he really bring himself to public ridicule. People to see is a lame person, but a lame person to go low down the ground like that. Even you got problem with Weah. For God's sake, now, Accusations, you got our wife, you got our sisters. I think if I'm making mistake, likely you got a daughter. For God's sake, Weah is innocent. She may be a partner to this president, but Weah, honestly speaking, she's an innocent person to watch the behavior of the president. Again, she's a woman actually that is very making a very good impact when it comes to or when it comes to building our environment or our laboratory sector. So for Weah to go that kind of route, for Asif to go that kind of route on our first lady, let me be bold. I'm sending now a caveat to what you need or party through. I'm sending it to the Liberian, how they call it, state preparators to call Asif for cautionary. If not so, our poker will leave citizen for Asif arrest.
Thank you.
I'm saying I mean this. There is not about Weah. I must say I have a mother. It's about my mother. It's about my woman. It's about my sisters. So if the security proprietor cannot call Asif for cautionary, I will leave tens of thousands of Liberians to arrest Asif and turn over to Liberian National Police for a reckless action towards our first lady.
Thank you.
Thank you once more.
What is your name and where are you calling out from?
How you doing, Abraham? How you doing?
I'm doing good.
My name is Harrison and I'm calling from Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Why?
Okay, thank you for accepting my call, Abraham. You know, sometimes you journalists,
I'm not journalist.
You guys, I'm just saying something. Okay. You talk show holder. Sometimes you guys speak in figurative expression, so people who don't understand you people, they take it to be personal against the people. What am I trying to say here is, it's not like I am in favor of the book. Nobody, except for some people who doesn't have respect for women. And you will just go on social media and just insult women or say something about somebody. But we shouldn't take this thing because it happened to President's wife. They seen sedition today. They took women on her clothes and they put something on it and they were carrying it all on the street of Monrovia. And other people who have insulted women physically on social media, bring it into their face, and nothing has been said about it. It is because it is President's wife, so everybody is concerned. So all the other women the people have been insulting and disgracing it, are they not women? So my concern here is, if they say justice must be done, then every women that have been insulted and those who have been insulting women, they must be brought to justice.
Okay.
Sometimes you guys say something and people don't understand, so people taking to be personal against you people. That's your way of expressing it. So nobody must be holding something against you, Abraham. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, absolutely, you're right. Thank you.
Okay.
Ukora, what is your name and where are you calling from?
This is Jeremiah calling from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Jeremiah, go ahead. You are our last caller for the night.
I condemn the act, but in the meantime, I want the president to come out and also deny what the guy did. Whether he not the one that told the guy to do what he did. Because the president can't keep over. The first person that's going to do the apology to the wife is the president himself. He got apologized to the wife, whether that he the one gave his wife a come to this guy to put it on in the book. I see a lot of people calling, condemning, doing this one, doing this one. It has been happening over and over in Georgia administration. The weakness is bringing most of the thing out because he's being weak on most of the matter. So even though condemn the act, but the president needs to be active. The president needs to act on most of the things that have been happening. When the chairman Modiba said that Georgia uses women to get their job, nobody condemned it. Like Liberian women they were talking about.
Okay.
Because all the women he giving job to, we don't know whether they're the one Modiba were talking to. They didn't condemn it. A lot of people talking about arrest. I see a lot of people talking about let them arrest the guy. Let them do the one. But George Weah gave his own account to somebody. Let him come off first and deny it. He said, no, I didn't say that, or I didn't do this one. And he should apologize to his wife for his action to for negligence on his side to discuss his wife to somebody different. And because if it's happening in the Liberian society, people be raped. The president don't speak about it. He abo. So don't put everybody on the other side too. What happened to other people? What happened to other people? Not because in the cloud we all gotta come out. Everybody should be coming out the same way what happened to Mary Brown in the corner in Logan Town, in Israel, in anywhere. She's a lady too. Everybody that ladies, not because in the cloud we should. Everybody should come out and say something. Okay. We should say when it happened to any other person.
Thank you.
Because it happened, nothing happened. And what about the ambassador to Nigeria, where the rape case happened to that guy's daughter? The president didn't speak about it. He never fired the guy. The foreign minister is also working. The rape case hanging against him, and he's not talking. These are stuff.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okoro, what is her name and where are you calling on from? Calling me on my private number calling me on my private number. Your last number is 9944. What is your name and where are you calling on from?
Thank you, Evie. My name is Roland Yima and I call from North Dakota. Something I really try to dichotomize is how do you guys try to divide this particular issue, because I see people trying to defend George Weah, other people try to expose George Weah, other women try to defend Cloud Weah, other people try to expose George Weah attitude. But where do we come as a talk show, or let me say as your talk show? What would be your conclusion as to the moral of the entire discussion? That's my question.
Okay, but okay. Thank you for your question. Let me take Pastor Charles Aku. Pastor Charles Aku, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Abraham. How are you, sir?
I'm doing quite okay.
Very good. I just want to make it short here this morning. I think what been discussed here, as for me personally, I would love to blame on the TD people and whether people going to fight even any Arizona comments. I want to scratch that off completely. The TD people would be George Weah, the co-author of the book, and Asif Vatopa. Those are the TD people.
No. They're having other people that listed in the book as a contributor. So you don't know what are these people that listed in the book? What are they gave as the Vatopa and informations?
Okay, that should also be they as well. I would blame. You know, we had a saying that says, if the house does not sell you, the street will not buy you.
Okay.
And this goes for both men and women. Women discuss their husband to their friends, as well men discuss their wife or their fiancé to their family members, to their mom, their sister, and that is absolutely wrong. Absolutely, it is wrong for a woman to discuss a man or a man to discuss a woman in a group, because the word is privacy. If AB does not tell me anything about his wife, or child does not tell AB anything about his woman, AB has no proof about what is going on in child's home. So I would believe, being a son of a mother that loves my mother, I have 2 daughters. And since people have been knowing child, I'm a person that values woman, because with all women there will be no life on their eyes. And it is not even good for a man to insult a woman, neither a woman to insult men. We should look at it in both sides. Or the woman is a woman, she will not be insulted. And let's look at that too. A woman had a father, had a brother, had a son. How would that woman feel when her son is insulted or her father is insulted by another woman? And that work, how will a man feel when another man is insulting his mom, his sister, or his daughter? So it's not good at all. Absolutely, it's not good. So the three people to be blamed here is the Atiba George Weah should be blamed most. I believe if George Weah had not said it to Atiba, he will never be brave nowhere on the surface of the earth to do it. Moreover, he Atiba should as well be more blamed because even if you have authored a book or want to publish a book, you should give a copy. If you did give a copy to George Weah, which we all know George Weah is not a good person, we all know it. Let not be the line. We all know who he is. So the fact is, George Weah sold his wife in the street. Let's accept that fact. After that, took it and sell George Weah's wife to the Liberian people. So if I was George Weah's wife, sister, or brother, I would rather take the event or the anchor on after that, I would take it on the husband. If the husband had not said it, they never not be brave to say it. That's not on the import. So let us not do this. Privacy is privacy. Let us respect each other's privacy.
Thank you.
Let women be respected and men be respected as well.
Thank you. Thank you. We have our last caller on the line, which is Samuel. Samuel, go ahead.
These days I'm the last man standing, man. Just sorry, that my turn. I can come on. Anyway, to the issue. You know, people have already discussed the problem, so I'm not going to spend too much time discussing the problem, but just few comments I want to make. You know, we Liberian people, this is why people don't take us serious. And this foreign spirit in Liberia really using Liberia. I'm not going to analyze things the way people are analyzing it, because for me, I've already said my bit. Sorry to Weah for what happened, but again, Pastor Charles Aku just took the Bible out of my mouth. If it was not for you, the street can buy you AB. Simple as that. President Weah did this to his wife, unfortunately. And if you ask me a question, I will tell you President Weah got no standing. If the information is true that he put it out there, he got no standing to sue Ati Vatuba. Let Weah do it. And if Weah doesn't sue Ati Vatuba, it's our Weah's son, Timothy Weah, will sue my father. President Weah, he went below the belt. And this is not just about him. This is about we, the Liberian men. This is wrong. This thing been around for long in the community, and been around for long, Liberian men can discuss women. And not just Liberian men, even Nigerian men can do the same thing. And it's unfortunate what happened to Clark. But my question here is, we're not asking some questions. Why is this book being released now? Are we following the trend with the cases that are going on in the country and the retaliation that's going on? Are we following? Who sponsored this book? Did the person have a read through this book? So, Asif Atopa and his friend taking the beating today. And the last place I want to comment on is the women in Liberia, led by Judy Andy Tapper, that morning eater. That's how I refer to her. That woman at Kekula sister, anywhere sunshine, I where she go hang her clothes. They sat in that country, children were being killed. Babies were being raped. When that 8-year-old little girl was hanged, they said she hanged herself. Where were Judy Andy Tapper and those traditional women? Recently, when the other girls were killed, were raped, I think that's 2 or 3 days ago, there were cases of rape in our country, a little girl, I think 8 or 9 years old. Why did women never come up? Hello?
Yeah. You think I forgot about you?
No, I hearing about people, so I thought I went up. No. Why did women never come up? Yes, their own children being raped in front of them. Their own children being beaten in front of them. They can't come up. when they became traditional women, that because of Cloud Weah, that the office of the president, the first lady, yes, it happened to the office of the first lady. She got life that the children are being raped. No one saying what happened to Cloud Weah is right. But the kids that have been raped, the kids that have been abused in our country, where were they? Where have they been? Why can't they speak to the issue? This guy from the embassy, 8-year-old daughter, I think 8 or 7-year-old daughter was abused. This guy going from platform to platform, trying to seek the public attention for Weah to act. Where were they? Where are the Liberian women that are calling today on radio, talking about Cloud Weah being abused? I'm sorry for her for what she's going through, but in the case of President Weah, I'm not sorry. I am not sorry, AB. When you bend down to look in somebody, but somebody will bend down to look in your own. This life you see we live here, so AB, you use shovel to bury somebody, that someone else will use shovel to bury you. You can't bury yourself. It's unfortunate that Asif Batoka released it, but no one should be in sympathy with President Weah. He deserved this. He should have shut his mouth. If he knew he wanted his wife issue to be in public, he should carry her in the public for him to have an affair. But every human being go in the house to have an affair, to tell you it's a secret and a private thing. So why should you go out there and discuss your wife in that manner? Then you get Liberian women, the first lady, we the traditional, when y'all became traditional women, y'all look at the children in our country that have been abused, that have been killed. Shame on you guys. Only because they not give you a few dollars, your drummer yesterday, you're joining in the place there, so you're having press conference. What you guys know about press conference? What you guys know about press conference? How many rape cases? Look at the little girl that was just being abused by a guy while doing prostitution for her more money. Why you guys never came out with press conference? For the government to do something, or because that Jamaican woman they discuss, so you jump off and down, and so your children being abused every day, you can't count us out. You can't count us out. The Liberian get blood and the Jamaican woman get blood because she's in a foreign lady office. Okay? So for like I tell you, I'm not gonna go. I'm not saying what happened to Cloud Weah is right. But what I'm telling you people, Liberian women, shame on you people. Shame on you people that came up this week yesterday and have a press conference led by Judy Andy Tappet. And some of you people that are speaking to the issue, but never one day stood up to speak to the rape and the abuse that happening in our country under Weah administration. You're sorry for Weah? But why they fit and told someone and say, I'm not sorry for Helen when her son died. Helen killed people in our country by supporting the war. She was laughing. Helen's son killed Harry Green. They dumped a barrel behind the sea. You were laughing. When it happened to you, they don't want to say that you know that one thing, maybe that two things God gave to everybody equal. Breath, pain, and death. Whether you poor, you rich, your own will come, your time will come. So when you think you're doing it to people today, your time will come. In life, when you always use shower to bury other people, you can't bury yourself. And someone else will take shower to deal and bury you. That's what's happening to Weah now. I'm not sorry for Weah. Let Weah and his family feel the pain that other mothers, other children are feeling when they abuse them. When Justina Taylor was abused, how Justina Taylor felt, what Cloud Weah said, all the rape cases that are in our country, Abby. Show me one case that Cloud Weah came out strong to condemn. When her husband tear gas switcher in our place, what did she say? Girls being abused in our place. What Cloud Weah said that because it happened to her today, from ABI find another topic, man. This topic discussion has been enough. Let Cloud Weah go and sue Accusations, let it handle it in the court. And the Liberian women, they should try to do better next time for their own.
That what will happen.
They look at that children being abused and being slaughtered. They can't tell about that one. That Cloud Weah kids that coming around your way. That Cloud Weah kids. Your own Liberian being abused. You can't run with it. You can't talk. You can't have press conference. That time you're not traditional women. On the woman and the first lady. Yes, that the first lady. It's unfortunate what happened to her. We all said sorry. It is enough.
Thank you.
It is enough. Other people say being abused. Y'all talk about it too. Y'all come out and have the same press conference. What Weah can say? Even when people say abuse, Weah can shut his mouth. Now, Nana Seko Glasgow knows somebody's going to file a lawsuit. When the children that being abused, no address, why they get filing lawsuit? When they let it die on the street in the car with that guy, why they couldn't go file lawsuit? all of that because it happened to the Jamaican woman today. Just move from here, man. Let's find something else to talk about. It happened to Cloud Weah. It's unfortunate. We said sorry. It's enough. That one all the foreigners they enjoy when it happened to Liberian. They used to it. They were bad. Let legal will go up. All they have to say in lawsuit though. But when you're raping our country, you can't open your mind until I go to court. The women in Liberia that say, oh, they must take the case further. When have they come when India total was raped? Why they couldn't tell we have to take the case further? Eh? Youngly Kanga, all of your posted car, we have pictures. Children were raped the feet, and how many times you share the pictures? How many times you spoke about them? Because it happened to Clan, we have just move from here, man. The woman know the man she married. It's unfortunate it happened to her, I repeat. But everything that happened to Clan, we have, she not string up. She not going to slack Clan, we have here. And she staying in her marriage. John Leah, she was staying in the room. John Leah, she and her husband were talking on their mattress. You're not talking about our children that are being raped and abused in our country. The woman know the man she married, so you leave her, the woman will deal with her marital affair. Why are you crying more than a bereaved? When you're who say anything in that being raped, when you're crying, we have to speak for you. Just leave the poor, they will handle it the way they're supposed to handle it. Thanks for the time and hear me. When something happened to foreigner, like brother will take you on their head and from with it. When it happened to their own children, they take their mouth, they put it under their arm, they keep quiet about it. How many children in our country are being abused every day? You don't say anything. No women live at Junior Annie Chapel, have money eater. She just come outside and make a statement. Yes, and we the traditional women, we want the case to go forward. We take it on the serious, like seriously. But you know that Bob Marley said when they really fall, it doesn't fall on one man roof. What happening to the owner Weah administration? You're laughing. Tomorrow under another administration, that shit will hit your face. They will know what it means for your child or your children or your relative to be abused the way we are abusing people under his administration. Some of you people will take it. Any can't tell time the 80 and the other people will jumping around the Labrador or their private property, Labrador or their power farm. So they end up doing one crying. They let Sami do. He ain't treated people. Ain't told that Sami do was crying for benefit and Sami do son. And that President Tower that was throwing in hammer, you're not doing anything. They butcher his son the other time like when hunter butcher animals. Just leave it. President, we are family or President, we are friends or those that working President, we are office. I mean, not President, we are administration that refuse to do the right thing in like brother. Everybody can benefit. The shit will hit their fence tomorrow. Any next government coming, they will hit their fence, they will be out of office. All these things would have been put to rest if there was a system put in place under the food we got as leader. But President, we actually know so now when God ready to disgrace you, it can come from every angle. That's why I tell people, we are a curse to Liberia as a country. How much more disgrace will that man receive under his administration? Because this is the most abused presidency, this is the most denigrated presidency, this is the most childish, this is the most reckless, and you name the rest of the adjectives you can name or attach to President we are administration that God beating the Liberian people. So next time they will sit down and think. Manu said that guy can be sleeping with women before he get in job. Why are not gonna happen? Sandy Banto came on air and course we are the fucking president that will not make us there. The guy said that he's sleeping with women on the table in the executive mansion. Because anywhere he put a desk is an executive mansion for the country. That will not call your heart. That because they discuss it, well, you're running with it like a chicken near court. Yeah, it'll be Liberian person now. I don't look at the way we can analyze things.
Man, say you made my night, man. Thank you, my brother.
Okay.
Thank you plenty. AB.
Yeah.
AB.
No,
I'm not partying. I gotta say something. You almost mute me. You almost kept me silent tonight. But you know what? It is good too. We gave our audience sufficient time to call and make their contribution. But you know what? I think the show is balanced tonight. But let me tell you something. And this is an area that I think I'm very strong. For those of us that were born and live in Liberia before we came here, adult, I think we're doing better. Not street smart, not just about exposure, but by training, experience, and education. Y'all can't remember. Y'all the Liberian women and other women. And you know what? The contradiction based on the comment that I'm reading on my screen, women are more in support of what I'm saying than men. You see that? And the men are hating you hard. Y'all remember former Speaker Edwin Snow when there was a heated political confrontation between the executive mansion of Eddie Johnson City and Edwin Snow's speakership. Y'all remember? AB, I beg you. I got to finish this story. I will be short.
No, I have a very important individual here that called my private line. I'm begging you, please. Now, Emmanuel Yato, brother Emmanuel Yato, he want to.
I wanted to just push them in, then we go to Yato. Real quick.
Yeah, Mr. Yato, go ahead.
Sir, brother, how are you? Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. You are live on the Abraka Talk Show.
It is a dark day in the history of our country. That the peace that we are looking for is invading us one day at a time. That a guy we thought was someone who loved the country, we give to him the position without any plan, without any vision. A guy who has turned out to be the most corrupt person to ever govern in Liberia. Arresting Ava Tupa, who people like us are decent, God-fearing, didn't agree with what he wrote. But the very table mounting declaration that we all signed says the guy has the right to express his right. How different is Ava quoting the president when a girl like Bantu can come on and insults the office of the presidency by saying she slept with the president and that the president is giving jobs when the chairman of the party says that the president is in a habit of sleeping with women. And we didn't say anything. If Ava Toba is not released tomorrow, the concerned Liberians will demonstrate against this government.
So Ava Toba have been arrested?
Ava Toba was arrested this evening at the Sierra Leone border. We are not going to accept it.
He was arrested at Sierra Leone border.
Yeah, both were outside. That's right.
Ava had a threat on his life today. And Ava wanted to leave the country. So Ava came, he didn't hide, that most people will. He didn't go through the river, he came through the border. He has a right as a citizen to leave when he wants to. The government had absolutely no warrant until they show us tomorrow. All peace-loving Liberia. Understand, Abraham, this could be you. You have said something that is within your rights against this government. Is the government going to selectively arrest you? If we were sit there as Liberians in the diaspora and Liberians in that country to say that we allow the government, we are calling for a meeting tomorrow, a Zoom meeting of all Liberians in and out of the country to discuss our course of action. We are going to put pressure on this government to obey the law they signed. I'm saying to you that this is not going to be taken lightly. We must fight this government. Mr. Weah has become a tyrant in the midst of abject poverty. He's stealing before our eyes. Look at what he just did, Omer. The man abrogated to himself $1 million for humanitarian assistance. He's giving himself $500,000 now in this budget for a project. Tell me, when the teachers are not being paid, our nurses are underpaid. Tell me, Abraham, do you accept this? Will you accept it?
No.
Thank you, Mr. Yato.
I don't have to be at ANCN, which I'm not. This is not about politics. This is about lives. This is about the concerned Liberians that must stand up, and we'll fight this government so that it obeys the law that is signed, that gave the right to speak your mind, especially the right to a president that have no respect for himself. We have girls like Bantu coming in the streets and putting his private business in the streets. Can he say anything? But we will show this government that we will stand up for our rights. We have the right to defend ourselves. Isaac Topa will be if they charge him, then we must defend him. But let's see what charges they'll bring against him. Now they are holding him against his will. He's being kidnapped because they have no charges against him.
If they don't have charges against him, then why arrested him?
And that is a question you got to ask.
48 hours, the police will decide to let him go or not.
That's a question you got to ask. Let him show us a charge sheet of why they arrested Abba Topa. We as Liberians must not tolerate this. Understand the reason why we fought battles before in the past was rampant corruption, the abuse of civil rights and human rights. We fought wars in the past and we wanted peace. Peace must prevail. Thank you.
Thank you. That was the voice of Mr. Emmanuel Yato. He is strongly supporting Mr. Alexander B. Cummings, as you may be informed. He is part of that team. He was named by Mr. Alexander B. Cummings to serve as one of the strong men, one of the strong persons in his delegations he was naming. Go ahead.
All right, so all of us, my people, those of you honor our voice tonight, and those of you that will come later on, we need to go back to our history. After Justin said last week, our leaders, current and future leaders, need to read the TRC report. I agree with him 100%. But I also disagree with him on ground that those leaders that we got now, that they have no idea about our past. They do have idea about our past. But they are consistently refusing to uphold and to let go those things that got us to where we are in the first place. But for those of us that read the science of all sciences, the master science, we will continue to give you information, not just because we want to give it to you. We provide you with the historical aspect of the information we give you. What we're talking today just happened today or yesterday. This is thing that have been happening ever since. And all over the world, whether you like me, you don't like me, you used to be my friend, you never used to be my friend, you know my family, you don't know my family, it doesn't matter to me. When I come on the show, I come on the show on the basis of my passion and my motivation for making my country a better place. By whatever means I can contribute after I clock out from my regular clock. What we see today just happened today. This is not the first and this is not the second time. When Edwin Melvin Snow, the former Speaker of our House of Representatives, published his own brother-in-law picture as a result of political tension between him and Eli Johnson Sirleaf. To be precise, the former Minister of State and Presidential Affairs, the late Honorable William Knuckles. You remember that story? Then that's it. If you didn't remember it, go on YouTube. It is there now. William Knuckles' picture was taken while he was in bed with two women doing different things there. I don't know what Liberian women did that time. I do not know. But the good news is I was working at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The first thing William Knuckles did, he gathered his family, his wife and children and apologized to them publicly. The next question they generally asked him was whether he was going to resign. He said no. President Sirleaf was out of the country. Before President Sirleaf could return the country to the country, William Knuckles resigned and returned to a trans-global business. At a later date, months, William Knuckles passed away. Today, we are talking about George Weah's wife. They gave their own story. to Azevar Tokpa and the other gentleman put it in the book, and we got women latching all over the place. I'm sorry. I'm not coming here to bully anybody. I don't need to throw anybody back. Okay? I've come on this platform to share my view and to share my perspective. You want to take it, you can take it. You can call me all kinds of names. But the good news is, you can say whatever you want to say, but you don't have the ability that I have. The intellectual abilities. The information that we share with you. You don't have that ability. If you do, probably you will do similar thing that we are doing. You come here to market your simplicity. We're not going to allow you to define who we are. Liberia must get better. And the only way Liberia will get better, the leaders that we put up there must, I say must, start to lead better so that we can follow their example. And Liberia getting better is not going to come from the bottom, because the bottom has no opportunity. Folks that are down there, they are the victims. We were just opportune or privileged by God in heaven to get us on the other side of the wall. We are not better than them. We need to discuss our issue on a holistic, in a holistic manner, excuse me. We need to be a little bit okay. We need to be a little bit objective. We need to let go of this issue of too much interest, political, economic, and social interest, family interest. Because it is my family, I can't say that. It is a taboo. We don't even respect our tradition again. If women don't want people to insult them, they also should not be insulting other people. If our women want to take on issues, they should be holistic. They should not want to take it when it is against them today. All right, but they should also take it when it is against the man. And that is my point. And from all indication, somebody just confirmed it, someone who has authority in our political environment. Azevar has been arrested. Why you arrest the guy? When you people pour cool water on underclothes and put it in the air and prepare casket for Eddie Johnson said it. Who arrested Judge Weah then? Who arrested him? Again, Pastor Aku said, if your people not sell you or your house, the street can't buy you. Judge Weah told his colleagues, his friends, those are created for him, the political empire he got today, that he is immensely benefiting from, socially, economically, and politically. He told them how sweet was his wife and described whatever that woman who is his wife, woman who, to his friend. It's in the book. That's history. All we come here to do is to give it to you the way we get it. So my people, I want to say in this public manner, thank you very much. Even in the midst of you not agreeing with us, we don't expect that you agree with us on everything we say here. You need to disagree with us too. That is the good aspect of democracy. It is so nice. It is fabulous. It is interesting. Let's keep it going. But let us just be a little bit civil. Let us be civil. Let us discuss our country. We got to let go what we did in the past that got us to where we are. And open a new page so that we can make it better, not for us, but for our children and unborn children. Without much ado, I want to say thank you plenty for leaving your busy schedule, you're taking your precious time to join us, have this conversation tonight. And we want to encourage you to continue to join us whenever we have the opportunity, the permission, and the protection from the God that we serve to be here. Abi, back to you.
Let me first of all say thank you very much for coming here to listen to us. I know that some of you are asking, what now? The question is, what our brother Aseva did, it was wrong. So I am not here to condemn him, but I'm there to condemn the act. I'm not here to condemn Aseva, but I'm here to condemn the act that he did by writing in that book. Now, somebody just called here to tell us that Joshua get an older sister. So that means that Aseva story is not even factual. But I would prefer, if the president is listening, let him lead the case with his wife. Let his wife be able to sue him so that he can be able to provide more information. With much ado, I want to say thank you all for coming here to listen to us. You know, we cannot do this without you. Thank you for coming to listen to us. But before I go, before we depart,
today na your birthday, na the day where you come to join the people wey been don stay for this world before you come oh. Anything where you see for this world, whether good or bad, make you take am so. Na so everybody come in the world. We dey advise you say any work where you dey.
let me bring my co-host on so he can come and lecture us as soon. Yeah, but before he come on, let me be able to say, you know, I want to thank God for the woman that God gave me. If I've not been her support, the talk show will not be where it is today. God gave me a wife that I am pleased with, Mama, I want to tell you happy birthday, yeah. We love you. On behalf of the talk show, we want to say we love you. Back to you.
All right. Anyway, I think I will have been the one to say, and then you close it. But since you already said it, I will close it. Okay. I know some people might be asking in the corner. I said, "Oh, but your co-host tonight, he's not easy." Yeah, I'm not easy. I bless God. All right. The air I breathe, I don't pay nothing for it. The woman give it to me free. Okay. So my people, they want out that Ella be straight. My people. Like Brand people say, every successful man get a successful woman at the back. Every successful woman get a successful man at the back. Tonight is a Abraka Talk Show, Liberia Media Today. First Lady birthday. On behalf of me, Army and myself, and the CEO himself, and everybody in the house, we want to say big happy birthday to our First Lady, Madam Kamara. We ask our God, our good God, to grant you good health, prosperity, wisdom, and long life to enable you to celebrate many more birthdays to come. Hopefully, The next birthday, we can have a live celebration on our Baraka Talk show. So that we too, the people can get to understand we support women, but we don't fake it. People of good character, people of good substance will always be noticed, regardless of what happens. So we want to take this time to put our advocacies one side, our politicking one side. This small time tonight, we want to give it to our beautiful First Lady. And we want you, our followers, to join us to say happy birthday to Madam Kamara. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Let me leave you guys with
a walk, make you put your mind there and walk and fine, make you know they talk like.
All right.